Okay. All right, folks.
Wow, whoever made this presentation did so good.
I know, right? Wow, Chris, very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
A little bit about us, and by the way, the animations, Chris.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
A little bit about me. Don't know why this says client success manager. That is not me. I should have changed that. I'm the client marketing manager here at RepeatMD. I've been with the company since day one. Goal same as ever. I always want to bring as much value to our clients as possible through y'all's app, generate the most revenue as possible. That's why I get to be here with Chris, just kind of hanging out with him, helping him. Well, I don't really help him. He helps me, if anything. Just help him get his point across with a cowboy hat on. That's about it. That's all I do around here. Chris, tell him about yourself.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Chris. I co-own, manage, run the marketing manager, director of marketing for Misha Aesthetics. We're in Eastern Pennsylvania in a small city called Allentown, PA. I point that out because if I can do this in a small little city called Allentown, y'all can do. I don't actually have. Oh, mom's here, found her. I can do. You can do this anywhere. So the practice is owned by my mom and her co-partner Lisa, but I handle all the marketing and while people used to say nepotism, I can now prove to them that it is not nepotism because I made $430,000 in one day. Hey, and it's all thanks to the help with the RepeatMD app. And I want to teach you all how you can do that too. And I hope you guys don't have any cavities because today is a very sweet day.
Well, I don't go to the dentist, so I should be fine. I think that's how that works.
Jeremy,
A little bit of
how
yeah,
does gold tooth work?
gold tooth. Goldsberry, Goldcast. There we are. All right, we're back. So Goldcast, how this webinar system works. If you're new here, we got some controls up there in the upper right-hand side of your screen. First one being the chat. My favorite one of them all, guys. Keep that chat lit. I know you guys are taking notes furiously, but I love to see a lit chat. So go in there, tell us where you're from. Hello to everyone that's already done that. Thank you. We want to know who's here, who's following. If you're new, say hi, say I'm new. You also have messaging. So if you want to direct message Chris or myself during this, please feel free to. We'll do our best to get to it. During the podcast. Wow, the webinar. Also, we're not going to have any polls or docs or anything like that, so you can ignore that. But we do have Q&A. Q&A is the best part, in my opinion. It's where you guys get to get those questions in. We'll share them on the screen. We'll answer them for you. So as those questions hit you, don't feel like you have to wait to the end. Go ahead and submit them in Q&A, and it'll save it so that way we can answer them later.
Yes. And guys, I am valued at like $2,000 an hour according to Allergan. And you get me as a part of your Repeat MD plan. So please, the Q&A, light it up. I want to answer all your questions. All right, but here's what we're going to cover today. So how can you successfully run a 1 or 2 day campaign? I want to tell you about the added perks that came with me running this campaign. And then I want to teach you how to make it work for you. Then, of course, we always leave time for that Q&A. Without further ado, let's dive in. So what you're going to learn today is how to build an audience. So I typically spend an whole 30-minute presentation on this, but my entire presentation is 30 minutes today already, and I don't have time to run through all of this. But if you want to join Jeremy and I, you can join us on the first Wednesday of every month where I dive into how to build an audience. Because everything I'm going to teach you today is so much easier if you've already got an audience built in. So Jeremy, tell them, remind them, what is it? It's the second Wednesday, I believe.
First Wednesday, second Wednesday, shoot.
It's in your
Guys,
app. It's in your app. You
it's
can
in your
find
app.
it in your admin panel. It's a Wednesday, all right?
I have a
Repeat
terrible
MD,
memory.
I
So
promise. We're not going to talk about building an audience today. We're going to talk about what you can do once you have the audience. So let's dive in together. This is nothing new. It is a tale as old as time. It is a beauty and a beast of a promotion to run. Do you hear what I did there? Beauty and the Beast.
wow,
You get
he's
it?
good.
Yep. We started this in 2022 with a Christmas-themed Christmas in July party. Jeremy, ask me why I don't like Christmas in July.
Chris, what's wrong with Christmas in July?
Everybody does it. I fell into the trap. Everyone does Christmas in July. How are you going to stand out? So I thought to myself, how can I stand out? I'm going to stand out by making a day that's all about me and my practice. So in 2023, we launched Barbie Misha Plus Day, and we netted about $250,000. And then in 2024, we took a leap of faith. We tried the nostalgia, and we launched the Disney Plus Misha Plus Day. Fun fact, Jeremy, I don't know if you know this. Do you know that we got our app name, Misha Plus, from Disney Plus? Did you know that?
I wouldn't say I knew it, but I had a sneaking suspicion.
Yeah, right. And that year we did $350,000. And then this year, 2025, we launched our Candyland Misha Plus promotion, and we capped out at $474,000 in 2 days. I can't keep saying it was a one-day sale. You're all probably like, why do you keep saying two, not one, not two? Well, we kind of always let our promotions bleed a little bit. I always kick them off about 6 hours early, and I always let them bleed about a day later. And this just stops me from getting clients who are like, oh no, payday was Friday. Oh no, I did it early and I missed out. Oh no, my kids were sick. Oh no, I had to work. Oh, the excuses are endless. And to stop it, I just let it run, right? So I tell people it's going to be one day, but I always do like a day and a half, all right? And it works out. Clearly, the proof is in the pudding. Next slide.
Also, look at this, guys. 3 years in a row. This is what we call a three-peat. This man's going for a dynasty. It's very impressive stuff.
And so you're going to see this number in my stat, and you're probably thinking, wait a second, you just said it was in the 400s. Why are you showing me one that says 332? Well, the bulk of my sales do come from RepeatMD, but you guys will know one thing about me, and that is one thing only: I am honest. So while a bulk of my sales do happen through RepeatMD, I also do off-app sales as well. Those are cash sales. Those are things that are people coming in to buy skincare. So they're not attributed to the app. So if you want to call me anything, call me late for dinner, but don't call me a liar. I always got facts and receipts to prove it. Receipts, proof, timeline. If anyone is watching Housewives in the chat, you'll get that reference. If the rest of you, just know that I got receipts, all right? Next slide. This started last year, though, and it carried through this year because I have one expression. You cannot just download the RepeatMD app or purchase RepeatMD and expect to make $100,000. You're going to have to put in some effort. This took time. I didn't get 14,800 clients signed up for my app overnight. This is the accumulation of years of asking the same question. Hi, welcome to Misha. Are there any rewards or memberships I should be aware of? And every time my front desk asks that, two answers pop up. One, not at this time, done. Or, wait a second, am I missing out on rewards? And then you say, you are, let's get you signed up for Misha Plus, which is really just me getting you to sign up for my marketing and advertising. So once you sign up for Misha Plus, I can then bother you every month with a little promotion and be like, hey, y'all, hey, well, here's what's up. Here's what's up. All right, so this has taken time to build. If you're just getting started with RepeatMD, the biggest tip I've got for you: don't let anyone get treated in your office, chiropractic, dental, restaurant, aesthetics, med spa, veterinarian, whatever you're all doing. Don't let them get treated without signing up for your app. That is the easiest way to build your base, right? Oh, hey, got you in. So we picked a theme. No, you're good. You were right. You know me, Jeremy. You're feeling this synergy, right? Right. I hate that word, by the way. Synergy. No, never going to use that word again. You know when I do use that word, though, Jeremy? Twice in my book. You can find my book, Marketing Magic, on Amazon. Plug number one. I did write a book. We don't talk about it anymore. That's sad.
Keep talking about it. Hey, you're up to, you can do 4 now, 4+.
Okay, great. I did write a book, just so you all know. Okay, so how did we land on the Candyland theme? Well, Barbie was called newsjacking. We picked a theme based on what was popular in pop culture. The year after Barbie, I kept hoping that something was going to be great newsjacking-wise. Nothing was great newsjacking-wise. There was no new movies. So I was like, okay, we're going to go for nostalgia. And then this year, I leaned into nostalgia again, and I leaned into bright colors. So I chose Candyland. I love that it's nostalgic. Most people recognize Candyland, or they recognize the theme of a billboard in general. It's easy to, quote, play with. The staff can get on board and quickly support my decision. That's important. We're going to talk about that later. And it's bright for summer. It is scroll-stopping graphics. It is the most beautiful and bright thing you can do. Candy. It's sweet. It's delicious. Plus, there's a lot of songs that mention candy. Aaron Carter has a song. Mandy Moore has a song. Christina Aguilera. There's a lot of people that talk about candy. It's a popular subject. So we picked a theme, and it was Candyland. Then I went, no, go back. You missed a great slide. Then I went to the GPT, and I said, can you create me a personalized game board that focuses on all the good things that Misha plus / RepeatMD do? And it did. We had Membership Meadow, which is actually Marshmallow Membership Meadow. We had Perfect Package Peaks, which became Peppermint Package Peaks. We had Marvelous Misha Money Marsh. We had Marius the Reward Beaver, and we had the Peppermint Reward Rapids. So all of the cool things that RepeatMD do for you, the memberships, the rewards, the packages, all can fit into your theme. And if you get stuck, use your resources. ChatGPT made this for me. And then my husband got mad because he's an artist. We fought over it. But that's not what you're here for today. Next slide. Then we added what's called Scarcity. Can I get a show in the chat? How many of you guys run 30-day promotions? So you have month-long promotions. Please comment now in the chat. Should I sing while we wait?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. I don't get paid to do that.
Sing a candy song.
No, don't cry for me, Argentina. No, don't do it. Okay, so here's my thing. I used to be just like you when I ran month-long promotions, but then I realized month-long promotions can get a little sticky icky, pun intended with the candy. With a month-long promotion, you're not giving anyone a strong call to action. If you've got 30 days to do something, like pay your rent, you're not going to pay it on day 1. You're going to pay it on day 30, right? Or you're going to forget about it. So if I could give you guys anything to run with today, start condensing your promotions into 1-week promotions. Can I go on a tangent, Jeremy?
Hit it.
All right. So here's one of my most successful 1-week promotions. On Monday, you introduce a service, More Info Monday. On Tuesday, you talk about the service more and you give it away, Trivia Tuesday. On Wednesday, you talk about how far that service has come, Way Back Wednesday. On Thursday, you do a talk back and you say, does anyone have last minute questions? Because tomorrow we're doing something cool. And on Friday, you do a 1-day flash promotion where they can get a promotion 1 day only in your app. Now, if you've done your job correctly, you introduced a problem on Monday. The problem is wrinkles. You agitated the problem on Tuesday. Doesn't it stink when your wrinkles show up in pictures? On Wednesday, Thursday, you offered a solution. Botox solves your problems. By Friday, you've got them eating out of the palm of your hand and they make the purchase. Recap, that was a lot of information. Problem, agitate, solution is marketing 101. Introduce a problem, agitate the problem, solve the problem. And the quicker you can condense that little setup in your 5 days, the better your promotion is going to run. So we did that with Misha Plus. We said that the Candy Castle doors are only going to open for 1 day only. Okay, now this one I have to sing. 1 day only, 1 day only, that's all. Yeah. Okay, got it? So 1 day only is the only day you can buy our promotion. And that let people know they had to be paying attention. Set it in your calendar. Don't forget it. Open my text messages. Open my emails, because if you miss out, you miss out. All right? So think about adding scarcity to your promotion. Also, this picture was also made in ChatGPT. Here's, speaking of my mother, isn't she beautiful? I have not only a candy dress for my mom to wear, but a cupcake dress for mom to wear. Definitely take advantage of Jeff Bezos's warehouse and buy yourself some props. Makes life more fun, or makes life a bit sweeter. So here is exactly what we offered on Misha Plus Day. For 1 day only, absolutely everything in our app was 10% off. 15% off if you remember. Jeremy, I got a question.
Hit me.
Is 10% off really that much in the scheme of promotions?
I mean, not really. 10%.
Like, I feel like biddies be doing that all the time. Almost everything's always 10% off all the time. But do you know why it worked for me?
Why did it work?
I'm not running 10% off all the time. So the 1 day that I do 10% off, people jump on it. So don't flood yourself with too many promotions, because then when you do a promotion, people are like, meh. But because I don't offer 10% off everything all the time, people be jumping on the stuff, you know? So this is what we offered. We offered 10% off for Misha Plus Day and 15% off if you remember. I had a couple other really fun things going on. Like we were doing 20 to 30% off skincare. We did a bonus reward check-in via the Misha Plus app. We did a charity event as well, but more of that on the next couple slides. And again, I hate to be this guy, but 10% off is not groundbreaking, right? If you've attended my other lectures, you actually know that I hate 10% off because everybody does 10% off and we always want to stand out. But the reason I stood out this time is that I made it a one-day event, right? So if your promotion is not going to be groundbreaking, like 10% off, make it groundbreaking that you're only doing it for one day. Find an angle that separates your success. Misha Plus Day is only offered on Thursday, July 17th. That is groundbreaking. Misha Plus is only offered at our office on the Misha Plus app. That is groundbreaking. 10% off, not groundbreaking. But people still ate it up. Pun intended, candy, eat it up. Woo! Also, it had a hidden membership drive as well because members saved a bonus 5% more. Can you give me your best Billy Mays, but wait, there's more? Like as much energy as you can.
But wait, there's more.
Right. So we actually ended up selling a butt ton, that's an actual measurement, of new memberships because what RepeatMD does so beautifully, and I wish I had a screenshot of this. I dropped the ball. Sorry, y'all. But when you get to checkout, it shows you what you could save if you were a member. So now I had hundreds of thousands of people rushing to my app to check out what the savings of 10% were. And when they got to checkout, RepeatMD was like, okay, but do you want to become a member? Because you'll save a bonus 5%. That would actually say, like, brilliant. Whoever came up with that at RepeatMD, put their head on a plaque or their name on a plaque. Don't take their head, just their name. Put their name on a plaque. All right?
We'll see what we can do.
So it worked out. We sold, I went from 250 memberships to 278 memberships. Guys, I make 630, I don't make it. My bosses make it, but I helped them make it. We make $630,000 a year without lifting a finger. It's just recurring revenue. And okay, does anybody here ever have an intention to sell their practice? You can be honest. Let's talk in the chat. Let's have a little gossip circle. Do you plan on doing this until the day you die, or do you plan on selling your practice someday? Right? So if you plan on selling your practice, recurring revenue is the key to the kingdom. Like you can't sell blue sky. Oh, I promise you, y'all got it. Oh, can you make sure Tonia's question gets into the chat?
Oh, I got it. Yep.
Thank you. So recurring revenue is where it's at, which is why memberships matter. I sold an extra 255 to 278, 23 memberships. And those are people promising to pay me $275 a month for the next 4 months. And all I got to do is offer 15% off one day a year.
Pretty nice.
Okay. We didn't just advertise this once, though. We talked about it non-stop. In the wise words of Hamilton's song number 3, non-stop. But of course we used candy, y'all. We used candy, and here's how we did it. We started with a Willy Wonka song, Pure Imagination, and we launched our skincare sales. Whoever made this slide deck really screwed me over by making these so tiny. Take their head and put it on a plaque as well, but for the wrong reasons. It's okay. No, you're gonna have to do all of them. It's the problem. I know most. You're good. You can keep going. So I'll read this to you, but not verbatim. Basically, we talked about our skincare sales here in this post. Doesn't really go through RepeatMD yet. They're working on it, but it is number 3 in line. I'm forcing them to do gift cards first. After they do gift cards, then I will allow them to put my skincare online. So this was my skincare post. And then on day 2, we talked about our memberships. All I did was I ran out to my local Wegmans. Do you guys have Wegmans where you are? It's a supermarket. Wegmans.
HEB group.
What did you say, Kroger?
HEB. It's a Texas
HEB.
thing.
Heb. So I ran out to the local Wegmans and I got a can of Ready Whip. I talked to my girl Desiree. She's photographed here. And I said, I need you to take this photo. She had no problems with it. But then I went to ChatGPT and my actual prompt is, I need 2 ice cream sundaes. Both should look good, but one should look better. And this is what I got. So now you tell me, do you want to be a non-member or a member? Heck yeah, everybody wants that membership Sunday. And then I talked about the perks of being a member. I compared the two, but I said being a non-member is not bad. You still get ice cream, right? No one is ever going to complain about ice cream. Should we have an ice cream party? I think we should.
Absolutely. What are we doing?
So whenever you guys talk about memberships, just make sure you don't alienate or excise the people that are not members. Next slide. We thanked our front desk. One of the easiest ways to look good and feel good is to thank our front desk. This post says that our front desk goes above and beyond helping you with your app. I photographed my app. I put Candy in the photo. You don't have to be a Photoshop genius anymore. Thanks to Canva. The crown on her head was put in Canva. Get it? Above and beyond. She's standing on a chair. Do you get it? Above and beyond.
Oh, yeah.
So this is day number 3. So don't go back. We don't have to. But I talked about Candy with skincare. Then I talked about Candy with my memberships and non-memberships. Then I said that our front desk is sweet as pie. They go above and beyond. Do you see the Candy theme, though? You can't escape the fact that Misha Plus Day is coming. Now I'm teasing y'all and saying, hey, yo, our Candy Day is coming. Our magic code will be revealed on 7/17, but for one day only. Don't miss out. And then on Friday, we look good and we feel good. I added into the RepeatMD app. Y'all have total control on your RepeatMD app. Put whatever the heck you want in there. I put in a $5 digital chocolate bar. And I said for every digital chocolate bar we sell, we'll give a bonus $5 to Chop. Chocolate for Chop. So Chop is a local children's hospital here in Philadelphia. I attached a great story. I do not have time to tell you why stories matter, but keep in mind that stories matter. You will sell more if you put a story behind it. Stories sell. I got lucky. Jackie, pictured here, her son has been in and out of Chop for 5 years now. So we want to give back to Chop for taking care of Jackie's child. We sold 22 chocolate for Chops that day. So that's 22 times 5 is about, what is it? I don't do math.
110.
So we sold $110. We doubled it. $250 donation to Chop, just like that. We look good. We feel good. We do good. I can't wait to tell you guys what we're doing for October. I had a great idea, but not now. Next, we talked about Happy Misha Plus Week. This was on Monday. We had 3 of the sweetest deals. We did a sculpture promotion, a skin promotion, and an NAD promotion. I talked to my rep, the one who gets me the sculpture, and I said, I want a candy jar full of red candy. Can you do that for me? She was more than happy to do that for me. Rely on your reps. Communicate with them what you're doing. Think ahead. On Tuesday, so the week before, I gave away a full membership. I didn't even talk about that. That ice cream sundae picture, I gave away a $99 membership, and I made sure I got it started for my client so she could spend with the Misha Plus Day. Fast forward, on Misha Plus Day itself on Thursday, I'm giving away 5 different items. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different items. And this was the day I talked about it. I wasn't even giving it away this day. Once again, you guys might look at this photo and think it was hard. I took a photo of my coworkers and I put it in Canva. Canva has a remove background option. I am really good at Photoshop, but you don't have to be, all right? The next day, this is Wednesday, right before, this was the big post. This is the FAQ, the frequently asked questions, with some picture. It's a decor from Amazon, and I typed it all out. I've been doing this for years, babes. You can copy and paste this from me. My Instagram is tagged right there. I copy and pasted this from last year's Disney, and I just refreshed it up for Candy. I wrote, do things expire? What if I don't know what to get? What is Misha Plus Day? How will it work tomorrow? Every question somebody could ask, I put it there, and then I asked people to comment, did you get it? I know you guys are probably really stressed out right now. I'm dehydrated, screaming at you all. Jeremy, will this presentation be televised? I'm just kidding. Is it recorded?
It's 100% recorded. Guys, you'll get this recording tomorrow in the email, so don't you worry.
And you can always reach out to us on Instagram. On the Grum! And then finally, it was the big day. Here was that same picture you saw 7 slides ago, but it is unblurred now. That is me and my mother. Look at us looking all cute, dressed in candy. My bow tie has gummy bears on it. Now, the big secret to launching your promotion, attach it with some giveaways. Because on this giveaway day, on this Misha Plus Day, I gave all the information on how to get the promo, but I also wrote, I'm also giving all of this away. And if you want it, comment. And if you want your friends to be in on it, tag them so you can spread the word. Now, you're probably thinking, I don't have a big social media following. This will never work for me. It will, because it's not just social media you're doing. We have an omni-channel approach. I hope that's my next slide. It's not. Okay, this slide was the wrap-up day. You can see me eating fruit. I don't care about this slide as much, but just know I did close out the week. It's a gag. I'm eating fruit instead of candy because it's all over. You get it? Thank people. Thank your clients. Because chapter 14 of my book says, go touch grass. Go outside. Thank your clients. Bend over backwards for them. You can buy it. It's called Marketing Magic by Chris Dobby on Amazon. Next slide.
Omni-channel approach.
I didn't make this slide.
Oh,
No, okay. I know what this slide is about. Sorry, I made the presentation, then I gave it to RepeatMD and they made it pretty. Okay, what I want to get across, you're probably thinking, I don't have a big social media following. This will never work for me. It can. Look, this post only got 127 likes, but I have 14,896 people signed up for my RepeatMD app. This is why your app matters. Oh gosh, tangent number 2, Jeremy, buckle up. Do you guys know that you don't own your followers on Instagram or Facebook? It is borrowed real estate. Meta owns your followers. They could at any time decide to disassociate, dislocate, remove your Instagram. How lost would you be? Well, I'm not that worried. I mean, I would hate it, but I'm not that worried because I've got my clients in my RepeatMD database. I got them. I can still text them all. I can still bother them. So it's super important to grow your database. The clients on Instagram, they're shared. But your clients in your RepeatMD app, Misha Plus or whatever you call yours, are yours. Foster those relationships. And foster puppies if you can. Okay. It is an omni-channel, but also have them spayed or neutered. Thank you, Price is Right. It is an omni-channel approach. You are not just setting this on social media and then going about your day. You got to put the time and effort in. If you want a cake, you got to get a recipe. And here's your recipe. 8:30, we launch on social media. It is the least invasive. No notifications go off. It is just there for you to enjoy. It also gives time for social media's algorithms to pick it up, show it to more people. Next, you're going to want to launch that email campaign. I am going to check this real quick, Jeremy. Don't bear with me, but bear with me. Okay, can you go to my website, Jeremy?
Yep.
We're doing it together. The email is just as important. So I want to show you all at 10:30 what I sent to people. I love RepeatMD. I speak for them, but they don't really have an email platform. So it's on the right, Misha Plus Day details. The little, yeah.
Oh.
It's going to take you to another slide. So this was the email that I sent out. A lot of this should look familiar. It's branding. Again, don't be disturbed. This was really easy to make. This is on Campaign Monitor, MailChimp, MailMonkey, all of the campaigns. You can make an email with a template. But if you scroll slowly, Jeremy, you can keep scrolling. This outlines everything in my FAQ. It has plenty of calls to actions. It goes over what a beauty bank is. This image was also made with AI. It goes on about what peppermint packages are and why you should buy one. You guys cannot just run a promotion and not put the effort in to educate people on why they should buy. What is a package? Why does it work? Why do you get a bonus check-in? Keep going. You can keep going. Starting now through, we're doing skincare promotions. So we did an entire promotion on our skincare. We outlined all of our retiring products. It was a bittersweet farewell to products we're no longer carrying. We tied it in with our candy theme. We had extra sweet savings. If you're a Silver Rose Gold member, we talked about chocolate for Chop. Everything I talked about on social media was also talked about in this email in case somebody prefers this format. I talked about our memberships. And then, of course, we like cute little pictures. So Michelle, there's Michelle's cupcake dress. We mentioned it earlier. Whew, I am winded, but we're still cruising along, people. So 10:30, that email went out. But y'all, raise your hand if you open emails anymore. Crickets heard across the board. Crickets.
I have to.
Well, yeah, you don't have a choice. But, also, if you take anything else from this on this webinar, don't send your emails between 9 and 10. Everyone does the mass deletion. You get to work between 9 and 10. You just click delete, 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 delete. Always send your emails between 10 and 1. 10 and 1. 10 and 1. And last but not least, the wham, bam, shazam, the text message. Thanks to RepeatMD, you can be right in the palm of the hands of your clientele with the text message feature. This is an underutilized feature. Underutilized feature. So I link from my text message into my email. I just had a brain fart, sorry. So text message takes you back to the email, which is a landing page. How we all doing? I hope you guys have plenty of questions. I'm leaving plenty of time. Okay, my favorite slide. I have some solo providers in here, and I absolutely live, laugh, love that for you. And you can do this as a solo provider. If you have an office staff, though, estheticians, injectors, chiropractors, dentists, veterinarians, front desk members, my favorite thing to do on Misha Plus Day is flood the timeline. You could not be my client, my customer, or my competitor without seeing Misha Plus Day. Roll the tape. Look at all the candy. 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 Candy.
Chao, adiós. Y nuestra historia se
Candy.
terminó.
Candy. Candy.
Empiezo
Candy.
por el final.
You get it, right?
Crushed
So
it.
people ask, like, well, how do you get your staff involved? I say this very simply to them. Do you want to have your job? Do you want clients? If you get your clients to buy on Misha Plus Day, they will visit you to redeem the things they bought. I once had a coworker say, oh, you're just doing this so you can pad your pockets. She no longer works with us. It's fine. And I said, girl, where do you think I get the money to pay you when people come in for the services? Yeah, I want that money to pad my pockets because then when they come in, that you get commission on the services. You got to be sometimes a little transparent with your staff. I would make you watch that video again, but I don't want to. We can go to the next slide.
I want to.
No. Okay, this was the most fun day ever. I told you guys that I let my promotion bleed. I started it at like 7 p.m. the night before, and then I went to bed. And look, people were purchasing at 11, at 12, at 12, at 12. Y'all, are you open? No, I need to know in the chat right now. Are you guys open at 12 p.m.? Are you sitting behind the desk at 12?
I hope not.
I actually do know a couple nail technicians. I do know a couple nail technicians that are open from 12 p.m. to 6 a.m. for night nurses. So they make a lot of money, actually. And if your answer is you're not open at 12 p.m., you are open at 12 p.m. Your store is always open. Thanks to RepeatMD, your store is always open. Bing! You just got to drive the traffic there, right? I'm an AM. Maybe that's what I meant. Sorry, Alina. You're so right. I'm so sorry. I tried to prove a point and I failed. Leave me alone. Sorry. Okay. Also, look at me with my mocktail. I gave up drinking last July. Be proud of me, everyone. Clap for me in your homes. Yay. So this is me and my mocktail. This is me and my mocktail at 7:30 p.m. I stopped working, but RepeatMD didn't stop working. Then I got drunk on my mocktail emotionally. And guess what I decided to try for the first time ever? I sent a thank you text. Now, this is actually, Michelle, if you're still in here, thank you so much for helping me with this. I talked to my mom and I told her I'm panicked. How many of you unsubscribe to text messages because people text you too much? That's me. I'm the person. Hi. So I thought, how do I send a second message in the same day without getting unsubscribed people? Well, I turned it into a thank you message. Hey, you made our Client Appreciation Day the sweetest ever. I'm so grateful for you. P.S. Did you miss out on the treats? Don't worry, there's still time to snag a sweet surprise. Here's the details. P.P.S. You helped us donate $890 to CHOP. So, Jeremy, I'm not good at numbers. Can you help me analyze this chart here? What is that really tall line at 8 p.m.?
My gosh. Well, that would be your sales per hour. That's going to be the most popular hour that your patients are shopping on your app.
Guys, I thought I wasn't going to hit my goals. If there was a sad violin to be played right now, it would be playing right now. I was at like, I don't know, I don't want to make up a number, but it was like around 290. And I was like, crap, I promised Jeremy Goldsberry. Is that your last name? Is it Goldsberry?
It is, indeed.
I promised Jeremy Goldsberry that I was going to do over 350 in sales this year. And I was like, crap, I didn't do it. The economy is shite. The world is falling apart. But then I sent my thank you text, and look what happened. A thank you text. Shit. I'm only getting one curse per and that was it. I was so thrilled. I'm so thrilled that when I send my next text message out for my newsletter that I send monthly, I'm actually going to experiment and try and send it at 2 p.m. I usually send it in the morning, but I'm going to try at 2 p.m. Let's see what happens. More people opened it. My tracking link, I was blown away. Blown away. Am I done yet? Gosh, this is going on forever. Okay, the investment. I did buy props. Those dresses that you saw Michelle wear, great. And all the candy for my office. I bought candy necklaces for my front staff to wear that day. I did spend $150. Then I did give 10 to 15% off plus 20% off skincare. So doing the math, I had the ChatGPT reverse math. I did not earn $67,000, but what I did earn was $411,000. So I want you guys to stop thinking about sales as a loss and start thinking about sales as an investment for your future.
Beautiful. Well put.
I think it's Q&A. We did it!
Yeah. Now it's time for questions, guys. The best part. Okay, going to the questions. We have a couple from Tanya Fanning. Don't know why I can't share these on the screen anymore.
We can never share these anymore, and no one knows why.
It's Goldcast update, man. I am a solopreneur, and I work out of a suite. I downsized, and I no longer have a storefront. How would I approach your suggestions without a storefront?
I love this. I think I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put it here so people know what we're talking about. Hold on. If I put it here, and I can pin it there for now.
Yeah, there you go.
So I literally, I just started my foot massager. So you're going to have to rely more on the social media aspect. But in my other presentations, I also say you are not bound to your office. You're going to want to go to mommy and me playgroups, bridal expos. You're going to want to go to local women's gyms or men's gyms. You're going to want to go to local gyms in general. You're going to want to go to nail salons, hair salons, beauty salons, and you're going to want to get postcards that talk about your app, that talk about you as in general. My big tip on the postcard, do a $250 gift card giveaway. And all people have to do to enter is sign up for your rewards app. The people that sign up for the rewards app are going to want that gift card to your space. Now they're in your system and they're local. So just because you don't have a storefront doesn't mean you can't leave your solo suite and get out there. Gyms, bridals, things like that.
All right. Next question from Tanya. What we promote mobile, we can promote the same promos via email, text, and social media with RepeatMD.
Yeah. So the way I do it, I create my email first, which is my basic landing page, right? A landing page is a place for people to land, right? So then I take that email landing page. Every email app out there will have a place where you can share the email that's not sent via email, right? It'll be a link. I promise you. I take that link and I shorten it in a link shortener, which RepeatMD has a link shortener built in now. I saw you can do that there. And then when you send the text message out, you're linking them to your email. You're keeping them in the same ecosphere.
Next question. Chris, where are you texting from? Where could you possibly be sending these from?
Do you want to show Amora or do you want me to pull up mine?
I can do it. Give me 1 second.
Guys, I love these questions. I don't know when, I don't know how, but okay. I know.
By the way, look at Chris here.
There I am.
Hello. There we go. Bye-bye. So if you want to send out a text message, I can't remember your name who asked this, but you out there, you can go into your app, go down under the Med Commerce Engine in your admin panel, click text messaging, and click create a text message, and you can send this out to everyone that's signed up for your app. So this is where Chris is texting from, right? So this is how he's linking people to the email, where he's, sending out to either active members, non-active members, all members, right? All users, you can do that. It's all done through here. It's pretty simple to use. And if you need more details on how to use this stuff, you can go into our help center, and we have forms and articles that'll walk you through it, or connect with your client success manager. They can help too.
Jeremy, what if I'm lazy? I don't have time to do any of this. Are there like running promotions that RepeatMD does for me?
Wow, Chris, great question. So yes, there are. So you see this little section right here that says opt-in e-com promos. Well, if you click there, this allows you to opt in for all future like promotions that we're running. You can see them all here, right? Throughout the year, you can opt in, and it'll give you some details of what those promotions are. Our team will connect with you to ensure that, hey, is this a good fit for you? Do you need to customize it? Things like that. So we can set these up for you proactively.
Oh, can we do Kristen's question?
Oh, 100%. Yep.
Lynn, to answer your question, yeah, Lynn, you can opt. Oh, maybe Jeremy, before I say this, I saw that there were different opt-in links. If they click one of them, it's only that day they're opted in for, or is it all of them?
So when you click on one, you'll be able to, it'll give you the option to opt in for all of them or just one of them. Up to you.
Cool. Kristen's question. We're new to RepeatMD and want to utilize our following of 8,600 followers. What's the best way for a men's only spa? Men suck. Except for Jeremy and I. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
You're going to have the most fun getting creative with, can you tell me what you offer? I'm just curious at the men's spa. I want to make this personalized to you. But I'll help you out in a general sense with social media. Post. Oh, I can search their website.
I got it. Yeah, here, I'll share it.
Cool. So you can post very general terms like, hey, we have an app exclusive. So what's your most popular service, if you don't mind me asking? What is your most popular service? Let me know. Massage. Cool. So what I would do is offer 10% off, 15% off, whatever you want to do. Whatever your normal promotion is going to be, offer an app exclusive promotion that they can grab at any time. So you're going to set up your post like, hey, we want to thank you for being a follower. Make sure you open our app within the next 2 weeks to secure your reward. You can set this up in the reward section for $50 off a massage. Then spend 2 weeks counting down until that disappears. Hey, you've got 11 days left to sign up for our app to secure your $50 off massage. Hey, you've got 7 days left to treat yourself. Make sure you sign up to secure that $50 off, because then you're not going after your current clients. They're already involved. You're going after those who are a little price sensitive, who are a little tech savvy. And so when you talk about it every day, just change the messaging. So what are the benefits of massage? Why should someone take that massage offer? What is a massage in your space like? What makes your massages different? Integrate it with your already should be rolling social media content.
Sweet. Lynn had a quick question. They seem to be offered for several days in the opt-in promos. So yes, the promos do run for several days. It tells you what days they'll run. But if you want to customize that, in that form that you fill out, you can tell our services team saying, hey, I only want this to run for 1 day, or I only want this to run for 2 out of the 4 days, right? You can customize it. We got some Q&As rolling in here. Sherry asks, I use Square. Would that matter when it comes to the app or design functionality? So,
So they're going to be set. Oh, do you want to go? You go.
No, I want you. No.
Okay,
I want
great.
you.
So Square and RepeatMD don't talk. They don't need to talk. They're totally separate. If you're using Square for scheduling or checking patients out, all you'll do in the Square setup is give yourself a RepeatMD collection line. For example, Jenny bought a $100 dermaplane on RepeatMD on Misha Plus Day. At checkout, when you get to the Square checkout screen, you'll mark $100 and you can choose in Square, how did she pay? Oh, she paid offline. She paid with Misha Plus or RepeatMD. In Square, you can set up things like cash, check, credit, Misha Plus, things like that. So they don't talk at all, but they don't need to talk because you can just cash it out on Square and you got your money from RepeatMD already.
Sherry, Ikata asks, how often do you email and text?
Never. No, I'm just kidding. As infrequently as possible. This kind of goes back to what I was getting at with my overwhelming the patient and having them unsubscribe, standing out. The reason people jumped on my 10% off is because I don't do it that often. So I text them once a month and I email them once a month, and they're always on the same day.
Nice. Well, I think that's all of our questions and also all of our time. Wow, we actually filled up our time with questions today. Great job, guys, with the questions. Those were fantastic.
I love you all. This was a ball. Come back next Wednesday and I'll spill it all.
Oh, wait. Noel, one more at the buzzer. Does RepeatMD have a promotions team to help build a promotion like Candyland Day? Yes. So, Lauren James, not helpful. Ask us a question.
Yeah.
We'll hang out for one more question. What's up?
So Lauren had mentioned, let's get to the good stuff. How are we making 330K in one day? Hey, Lauren, it's not easy, but it's not impossible. It does take 14 to 20 days of creating a cultivated social media strategy that is then presented with an omni-channel marketing approach, in which you text people, email people, and send them a social media post all on the same day. So it took me about 20 days of planning, prep, but we made $330,000 in one day.
Yep. So he told a story, he planned out his posts, and he tied it all into his app, right? I think that was very important, like the key notations here. Great. And then we'll do one more question while we're here. But when you have a 1 week promotion, do you recommend email and text every day to build momentum?
I'm sorry, what was it?
When you have a 1 week promotion, do you recommend email and text every day to build momentum?
I really don't. That's the quickest way to get an unsubscription. So I am nervous that if you text somebody every day, unless your text messages are super specific, like wear sunscreen today, don't forget Misha Plus Day is coming. Hey, today's a good day to change your makeup brush. Misha Plus Day is coming. Like if you add value to somebody's day throughout the week, go for it. But if you're just going to bother people like 4 days till Misha Plus Day, 3 days till Misha Plus Day, 2 days to Misha Plus Day, that's going to be a bit overwhelming. So I would save that for just one big day.
Chris, I hate to. We're getting a lot pouring in. How's your time? Do you have a little bit of time? I don't want to take the floor from the people. Okay, cool. We're going to give you all extra 15 minutes, guys. I love the questions coming in here. So Lauren asks, we have a lot of issues getting people on the app and then using it. How do you combat older patients being resistant to using the app?
I love this question. It comes up a lot, actually. So we actually have a skewed demographic. Most of my patients are between 55 and 75. The first time they would hand us their phone and say, do it. And we would walk from behind the desk and actually put the phone back in their hand and say, well, let me show you how easy it is to do it yourself. And we would walk them through it. Now, that's not to say that I don't have 1 or 2 patients that I still check them in on the back end. But the older population is not as inept as we may feel like they are, especially if you take the time to teach them once. They want to learn. So if they're in your store or in your office and you put the phone back in their hand, over their shoulder, kind of like the old golf adage where like you help the person feel what the swing is like, walk them through what it looks like to scroll through your store, to put something in a cart. Older generations are buying things on Amazon. They know how to buy something on RepeatMD.
Nice. Kyle asks, we are not into our office yet, but we are starting to generate leads. Oh, there it goes. Leads online. Want to offer weight loss promotions. What do you suggest?
So I created a weight loss membership that helped spread the cost out. So in my office, it's $600 for your first visit and then $175 for every follow-up visit. And I found that the barrier to entry for people was that $600 initial visit. So what I did is I made a 4-month plan that took $600 plus $175 plus $175, divided it by 4. Now it's $300, $300, $300. So it's more obtainable. So consider a weight loss management membership to help spread out the cost, or a package to help people pay on Affirm. So really leverage that people can pay with Affirm for the non-prescriptive part of their medication and can still get those results with a membership that helps keep them in.
Very nice. We do member-only rewards. We still have customers calling in wanting to use them, and it's not fun when we tell them no. They also aren't super willing to learn.
We do members-only rewards. So we have people calling in wanting to use them. So you have members calling in wanting to use their rewards? I just want to clarify that one.
Yeah, opposed to using them through their app.
Because you can redeem them in person via the back door. Mm-hmm. Lauren, I think that we should set up an off call meeting with Jeremy, I'm okay jumping on with you if you want. We can talk through more. I think it'd be better to do like a Zoom call where I can hear these questions and really dive in for you.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, and Lauren, yeah, we'd be happy to do that. I'll get your information off of here, and then we'll reach out via email. Me and Chris can set something up with you. Chris, thank you for doing that.
Of course.
Awesome, y'all.
Thanks, y'all. I had a great time. I hope you guys have a sweet day. Don't forget, my DMs are always open. Give me a follow, and I'll see you guys in 2 Wednesdays where we can make magic happen.
Awesome. Thank y'all.